little fight on the landing ground.
Thank you for joining us. You are listening to A Radio, and this is the Morning Moment. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. Do not be fooled by the NDP in Ontario, and Andrea Howarth in particular. Now, I must apologise for concentrating on Ontario and Ontario politics, but there is a big election coming up in Ontario that is likely to have a very large effect on the next general election in Canada in 2019. Here's the Coles Note version that people in Ontario need to be aware of. Politics really isn't complicated. When you look to seek office, you have a responsibility to understand basic economics. But if you look at their platform, you have to ask yourself, do they understand how economies work? Clearly not. Money and wealth for the province is not, I repeat, not created by creating social welfare jobs. Why? Because the money to pay for these high-minded and so-called good-intentioned schemes has to come from somewhere. Their answer is always, quote, the rich. The rich will pay. Really? Will the rich pay for everything? New roads, rail, hospital, schools, a larger minimum wage, etc., etc., etc. Seems to be a bottomless pit with these people. And what happens when the rich are no longer rich? What happens then? Where does the money come from? These communists, and that's what they are, never, never, never answer that question. It will magically appear with fairy dust. No, I have to tell you, I have the answer because I grew up with this in the UK. It's higher and higher taxes and fees, whatever you want to call it. You need a reality check, because that's what the reality check is. Ontario is broke. It has more debt than California, that has a population the size of Canada. We cannot spend what we do not have. Why? Well, for one reason, we are not the federal government and we cannot print our own money. If we borrow more money, we will end up with more debt. It's that simple. And the result of that very soon will be that we will end up like Detroit, but on a much larger scale. No one who is in their right mind can or should vote for any party that thinks magic fairy dust, or in our case, the rich, can fix everything. The NDP and the Liberal Communists are out of touch and out of time. The Liberal Communists are using the NDP to split the vote and win. It's classic Liberal Communist 101. Do not fall for it. You can find more at aradio.wordpress.com, where you can find links to us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Gab and email. We are continuing to reach out to you, so please pass on the links. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. You can listen to all my morning moments at Spreaker.com under A Radio, that's EHRADIO, A Radio, and please click on the like button. And you can find all my podcasts and morning moments at aradio.wordpress.com and click on the Morning Moments tab.